The air was thick with the damp chill of an unseasonably cold April night. National Trust Bank stood like a fortress in the heart of the city, its towering granite facade reflecting the faint glimmer of the street lamps. Inside, the vast marble hall was silent, the usual hum of daily transactions absent. Tonight, the bank harbored only shadows and the soft echo of a security guard's footsteps, his silhouette weaving through the columns. The guard paused, a flicker of unease crossing his face as he adjusted the strap of his flashlight. The bank, with its looming arches and the whisper of distant city sounds, felt more like a mausoleum than a place of commerce. It was an eerie quiet, a calm before an impending storm. He resumed his rounds, unaware that tonight would be anything but routine. As the clock neared midnight, a shadow detached itself from the darkness outside. It moved with purpose, slipping through the bank's side entrance with a practiced ease. Inside, the shadow paused, taking in the grandeur of the empty hall, a predator savoring the scent of its territory before the onslaught.
At exactly midnight, the silence shattered.
Masked figures burst through the entrance, their movements swift, a choreographed dance of chaos. They knew exactly where to go, who to restrain, and how much time they had. The security cameras captured their every move, yet they seemed indifferent to this, their identities hidden behind grotesque masks of carnival jesters. The bank employees, caught off guard during their night shift, were herded like cattle into a corner. Fear etched deep lines on their faces as they complied, hands raised, eyes wide. Amid the panic, a young teller tried to activate the silent alarm, a move that cost him dearly. A gunshot rang out, stark and loud against the marble floors, and he crumpled, life bleeding out onto the cold stone. The leader of the gang, tall and imposing, directed his crew with cold precision. The vault was their target, and nothing was going to stand in their way, not even the lives of innocent people. As the robbers worked, the fallen teller's colleagues stood frozen in horror, their minds racing, powerless to help or hinder.
Detective John was at home when he got the call. A veteran of the police force, he had faced down more criminals than he could count, but something about tonight's case seemed different. He arrived at the scene within minutes, his jaw set, eyes scanning every detail. The air was thick with tension and grief, the aftermath of violence palpable. John moved through the bank with measured steps, his mind racing to piece together the events. He stopped by the body of the young teller, a grim expression settling over his features. This was no ordinary robbery, it was personal, a message sent with lethal force. He felt a surge of anger and a renewed sense of purpose. This criminal would not escape justice. As he interviewed the shaken employees, John's reputation preceded him. Known for his sharp intellect and relentless pursuit, he delved into the minutiae, his questions sharp, his notes meticulous. Each response added layers to his understanding of the robber, a profile emerging from the chaos. John knew the hunt was just beginning and he was ready. The city became a sprawling chessboard, each move calculated with precision by both the detective and the robber. John's days were consumed by the chase, his nights haunted by the faces of those affected. He followed leads, some cold, some burning hot, each one drawing him closer to his adversary. The city watched, breath held, as the drama unfolded. In hidden corners and crowded public spaces, John sensed the presence of his foe, always a step ahead, always watching. It was as though the robber was taunting him, dangling clues like breadcrumbs. Frustration mounted, but John's resolve hardened. This was more than just a case now. It was a battle of wits, and he was not about to lose. Each clue led to another, a trail winding through the dark underbelly of the city. John pieced together the robber's pattern, predicting the next move. But every time he thought he was closing in, the elusive shadow slipped through his fingers. It was maddening, this dance between hunter and hunted, each anticipating the other's moves in a tense, silent ballet.
In a sudden move, I lunged, not with a weapon, but a sheaf of papers, evidence of corruption within the bank, the real reason behind my vendetta. It was my sister, the true target of the bank's ruthless practices, who had suffered until her tragic death. Detective John, as Arnold. I hesitated, my heart pounding, the lines of justice blurred once more. Lightning split the sky as I made my decision. I couldn't condone the robber's methods, but I could help bring the truth to light. In a twist no one saw coming, I agreed to take the evidence, ensure justice was served in full measure. The robber surrendered, the fight gone out of him, his mission completed in an unexpected way.
The National Trust Bank heist, though a dark chapter, brought to light issues long ignored. Detective Arnold Blake's journey through the labyrinth of the human psyche underscored the complexities of justice. It was not merely a chase or a confrontation, but a deep dive into the nuances of right and wrong. Arnold's story reminds us that behind every crime lies a story, often steeped in deeper social and personal issues. His decision to balance the scales of justice, acknowledging both the law and its spirit, challenges us to think beyond the black and white. In the end, the chase of a lifetime wasn't just about catching a criminal. It was about understanding the human condition, making it a tale of redemption as much as retribution. The narrative of Arnold and the bank robber will resonate as a poignant reminder of the power of empathy and the need for comprehensive justice. In a world quick to judge, slow to understand, their story offers a crucial lesson in the importance of looking deeper and perhaps finding unexpected paths to justice.